All right, let's dive right in. We're going to talk about a personality trait that, a lot of us probably recognize in ourselves. Maybe even one we're a little proud of. We're talking about the art of being easy to be around.
I mean, does that hit home for you at all? You're the person who's always agreeable, right? The one who never wants to make a fuss. You take pride in being the low-maintenance friend, the easygoing partner, the colleague who just goes with the flow. It feels like a good thing, doesn't it?
But here's the question we're digging into today. What if that's not just who you are? What if it's actually a carefully constructed strategy, something you learned to do for a very, very specific reason? Yeah, let's start peeling back some of those layers.
So first up, let's talk about the easy friend. This is the persona that on the outside, everyone just seems to love. You know this person. Heck, maybe this is you. When someone asks, where do you want to eat? The answer is always, oh, I'm good with whatever. You're the one who never complains, who always goes with the flow, and you definitely avoid conflict at all costs, even if it means just kind of swallowing what you really think to keep things peaceful.
Okay, but what's really going on under that super chill surface? Well, there's a name for this hidden strategy. It's a psychological concept called preemptive self-erasure, and it's hiding in plain sight.
So, on the surface, it looks like you're just the go-with-the-flow friend. But the deeper truth, it's preemptive self-erasure. This isn't just about being flexible, It's a deeply ingrained strategy. It's about making yourself smaller before anyone else has the chance to.
Let's break that down. It's the learned behavior of suppressing your own needs, your authentic reactions, because you've come to believe they'll be seen as an inconvenience to other people. The key phrase there is learned behavior. This isn't who you are, it's something you were taught to do. You learned to predict that your true feelings might be a burden, so you just got rid of them ahead of time.
And this really puts it into perspective. You became an emotional thermostat, regulating the temperature of every room to stay safe. Wow, think about that. An emotional thermostat. You're constantly scanning the room, checking the vibe, and adjusting yourself, not to be authentic, but to keep the temperature comfortable for everyone else. It's a full-time job, and the goal isn't happiness, it's safety.
So where in the world does a complex survival skill like this even come from? Well, for most of us, it starts with our childhood blueprint. This is where the skill was first learned. It's what we call the lesson of the good child. Think back. Maybe your authentic needs felt, inconvenient or exhausting to the adults around you. So what happened? You learned to be the compliant, good child to keep things peaceful. And from there, you drew a really powerful conclusion. Your real, unfiltered reactions were fundamentally unsafe. So you adopted a whole new rule book just to survive and feel like you belonged.
And what was that new rule? Simple and devastating. Convenience equals connection. If I'm convenient, then I'll get connection. If I'm easy, then I'll belong. Your convenience literally became the price you paid for admission into relationships.
And this brings us to the real problem, the central conflict here. Convenience versus connection. Because the very strategy you've been using for years to keep people close might actually be doing the exact opposite. Let's talk about the hidden cost of being easy.
Here it is. This is the profound paradox of it all. The very strategy you use to keep people close may be the one thing that prevents them from ever truly knowing you. By erasing your needs, your wants, your real reactions, you're not actually building a bridge. You're just making yourself more palatable. You're offering them a convenient version of yourself, but not a genuinely connected one.
So we want to leave you with this, to really think about. What is the true cost of being too easy to be around? When you build all your relationships on this architecture of convenience, what essential parts of you get left out of the design? What's the real, hidden price you're paying?